Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome back to a brand new video going over the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC. Today, we have two different things to cover. First of all, a website basically exclaims to know the release date of the Isle of Armor, and then secondly, we have a rumor to go over talking about new Galarian forms and also the Reggie typings and all of that good stuff. So if you're excited for the video, please do drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 750 likes. Leave a comment as well. What do you think the release date of Isle of Armor is going to be? Do you agree with this website once we go over it? Also, what Galarian forms would you love to see in the DLC? Make sure to subscribe if you're brand new as well. We do daily Pokemon content. And with all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So starting things off, this is the video that explains to know when the Isle of Armor is coming out. One of you guys sent this to me on Twitter along with the website, and it's basically just a website that you kind of pay, and it gives you a download code for like games and stuff like that, so for Switch or PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. So it's one of those websites. So I don't know how they would know this information, because I don't really know how they'd be affiliated by Nintendo at all. But yeah, on this website and this video that they uploaded basically just talks about the releases of June. You know, it's got like Last of Us 2 and stuff on there, and it basically says here, Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass, the Pokemon Company for the Switch, 20/06/2020, which is a Saturday. It's actually a month today, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, apparently this website knows, but I don't know how they would know. So I don't know if it's just a placeholder or something. But it is on a weekend, you know, which is a kind of, it's a date that you expect to see something like this get released on. You know, everyone's off work and stuff. I mean, I know we've got the whole pandemic going on, but a lot of people are, you know, off work and everything for that weekend or whatever. But as well as that, it does also have the actual website here, which basically gives all this information about the DLC. I mean, it says about the game for the starters, which it isn't, it's DLC. And then it obviously goes over new Pokemon to collect, and it also lists Calyrex under like the Isle of Armor, which isn't true because Calyrex is coming out with the Crown Tundra. But then at the bottom of this, it also says release date 20th of June 2020. So yeah, I have no idea how they would know this information. I mean, Pokemon Sword and Shield came out on the 15th of November, which was a Friday, I do believe. So you kind of get the idea of why it's the 20th. But again, I just don't know how they would know this information. I mean, we should be getting a trailer soon anyway, giving us the information that we desire. I mean, the DLC is literally coming out next month, and we don't know anything really about it regarding like the release and stuff. You know, all they've said is by the end of June. So we should be getting a trailer this month. I mean, we're nearly at the end of May. You know, we could get a trailer today. I mean, by the time this video goes up, we'll know by that or not. But if not, I think we definitely have to get a trailer next week. I mean, we just need the information. I don't know why they're withholding it. I mean, yes, it obviously could get pushed back, which is maybe why we haven't got a trailer yet, but they're also putting advertisements on YouTube videos and stuff. You may have even had one at the start of this video, but basically they're promoting the Isle of Armor on YouTube. So why would they promote it if they were going to push it back? It makes no sense. So I feel like they are still going to release it for June. And then apparently, according to this website, again, I'm just the middleman, apparently it's coming out on the 20th of June. So yeah, but again, they've listed Calyrex under the Isle of Armor, which is not true. So I don't know, but that's that. So, you know, I'll throw this in the description down below if you want to read and stuff. But apart from that, like, yeah, this video and the website claims to know when the Isle of Armor is coming out, and they're saying the 20th of June 2020. So that's the first bit of today's video. Next up, I do want to go over this rumor here. So this was posted on Friday, so the 15th, so that was last Friday, and it basically says Sword and Shield DLC and Diamond and Pearl remake leaks. Again, this is just a rumor, so I have no idea if this is true or not. The last one obviously isn't a rumor, it's just kind of information that's cropped up, so you can kind of make your own judgment on that. This is just a rumor though, so, you know, take this with a grain of salt as always. But it says, I don't have much information, but here's what I know so far. Galarian forms being Dustox, a poison flying type. I mean, every rumor under the sun has Dustox under it, just because it's a very likely Pokemon to get a Galarian form, and then if they get it right, they can just be like, yeah, got it right. But yeah, Dustox apparently getting a Galarian form, being poison and flying. Now, we obviously think that Dustox is getting this form because of Clara and Avery, the new rivals. So Clara, basically, her bow has the exact same Dustox pattern on, so yeah. And obviously it's going to be a poison type because she's a poison type specialist, and Avery's a psychic type specialist. And then with Dustox, we have Beautifly, which is a bug psychic. Now, a lot of people think that Clara is going to get Dustox and Avery's going to get Beautifly. Beautifly being the Psychic type. If we have one Pokemon get a Galarian form, the other has to. You know, it's a branched evolution. Obviously, Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slowking, they got their branched evolution Galarian form. So if you're going to do that with them, you're going to have to do it with like Dustox and Beautifly as well. So yeah, apparently there are 2 Pokemon that are going to get Galarian forms. Not only that, we have Poochyena and Mightyena being fairy fighting, which would be really cool. Obviously, we did get the Galarian Zigzagoon line, so Poochyena kind of goes hand in hand with that, so who knows. We have Slowbro, which we obviously know about, but we don't know the typing of, which is Poison Psychic, which is getting released with the Isle of Armor, and then obviously evolves from Galarian Slowpoke by getting a special item. And then we have Blitzel and Zebstrika being Water type. Don't really know why they would get one, but hey, I'm just reading it out. And then we have Abracadabra Alakazam. Now, Alakazam is definitely a Pokemon I think will be in the Crown Tundra in the Isle of Armor. Whether it gets a Galarian form, I do not know. But basically, if you take a look at Avery's picture, obviously we was talking earlier about Clara having the bow, and that being a reference to Galarian Dustox. Over on Avery's top hat, you do see 2 spoons, which obviously could be linked to Alakazam. This is a Psychic type trainer, so maybe he has it. I mean, if Alakazam's in the game, in the DLC, he's gonna have it. You know, he's a Psychic type, he's got 2 spoons on his head. Whether that references a Galarian Alakazam, I don't know. But at the same time, there's just kind of, you can kind of pinpoint some things on the design. So it's just interesting how both of these rivals has something on their design that kind of links towards another Pokemon. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys that information. Anyway, then talks about the Regis. So new Regis are Regidrake and Regithunder. At the end of the Isle of Armor, Professor Oak comes on a ship and gives you an item that lets any Pokemon that can Gigantamax get the ability to if they don't already. He also gives you a Bulbasaur or a Squirtle that can Gigantamax once fully evolved. So something like that I think would be pretty cool, because obviously we have our starters that can now Gigantamax in the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, but we don't really know how they're going to gain that ability because they don't have it yet. So how do they just automatically be able to Gigantamax? That's not really how it works. You can only get a Gigantamax Pokemon if the Pokemon can already Gigantamax from the get-go. They don't really learn the ability. You can't pass it through breeding or anything like that. So whether we get a new star Pokemon or they just gain the ability, that would be a cool thing, like an item that allowed any Pokemon to Gigantamax. It'd be really cool for competitive as well, because you wouldn't have to like go out and get that Gigantamax form. If you already had like a Pokemon with like really good IVs and EVs, you could just give that the Gigantamax form and then boom, you're good to go. But yeah, then he also gives you a Bulbasaur or a Squirtle that can Gigantamax once fully evolved. I mean, that would be a really good way to get those 2 Kanto starters that we now know can Gigantamax. And then at the end of the Crown Tundra, Professor Rowan appears and says he is heading back to Sinnoh after 4 years of being gone, explains where he went for 4 years at the beginning of the Sinnoh games. This is a tie-in to next year's Sinnoh remake's Temporal Diamond Spatial Pearl. I mean, if it's a remake, I don't think it'd really start off with Rowan being like, yeah, I was gone for 4 years, because that's just kind of like, I don't know, I don't think the Diamond and Pearl remakes would be carrying on from the Isle of Armor or the Crown Tundra, because I don't really know about the timeline and stuff, but I definitely don't think the Diamond and Pearl follow Pokemon Sword and Shield. So yeah, I don't think they'll link together like that. I don't think that makes any sense. They're just kind of like their own games. So, you know, we had like Auraz coming out after X and Y. We didn't really have any links with Auraz being like, oh, I've just come from, you know, Kalos. So they're just 2 separate games. I don't know why people are always trying to tie in like remakes and stuff with the newest games, because there's just no point. Like, it makes no sense. Like, there are references to Diamond and Pearl in Pokemon Sword and Shield. There's a few, but that's in every Pokemon game. You know, that doesn't mean that the next game is going to be linked with it. So yeah, anyway, then goes on to say Regigigas will not be in the DLC, as you have to transfer all the 5 Regis from the Crown Tundra over to the Sinnoh remakes to get him next year. I can't remember if we saw Regigigas in the end of the Crown Tundra trailer where it was showing all the legendaries. I don't think we did, but I definitely remember seeing it, and it might have been, I don't know, you'll have to let me know in the comments. And then it says that's all I have for now, but if I get more, I'll let you know. So I don't think this is true. I mean, having like Galarian, Dustox, Beautifly, Slowbro, Abracadabra, Alakazam, that's just all ones that I would guess myself. I mean, we know we're getting Slowbro. Dustox and Beautifly, very heavily likely. And then Alakazam, again, likely because of Avery's spoons and stuff, which is a weird sentence to say, but you get what I mean. Yeah, the rest of the rumor just kind of trails off on its own little, like, imaginary thing. So I don't think this is true, but let me know what you guys think about it, as always. But of course, what do you think about this situation going on here? Do you think this is the release date of Pokemon Isle of Armor, or do you think it is just like a placeholder? I mean, I don't know how this website would know. Like, I just don't know. But either way, that's going to be everything for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please do drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 750. Like I say, leave a comment. Do you think this is the release date? What Galarian forms would you love to see? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And subscribe if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on the channel. That's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.